Now, basic construction for the paper 1, the year 2023 KCSE. So welcome friends, today we are looking at question 24, which is the last question in the paper 1 2023. The question reads as follows. In this question, use a ruler and a pair of compass only. That instruction is very key. A ruler and a pair of compass only. Line PR is a diagonal of a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral, remember, it is a four-sided figure. Quadrilateral is a four-sided figure, so in any way, the figure formed here must be a four-sided figure. So PR is a diagonal, which is 6 centimeters. So part A, you are told to locate vertex Q. Vertex means the top. It means that point Q is at the top of a quadrilateral PQRS such that angle RPQ is equal to 60 degrees and angle PRQ is 45 degrees. Yeah, so it means that this angle that they're talking about, RPQ, RP and Q is at the top, so the angle should cut from here should be 60 degrees, and the angle cutting from this side joining the other side should be 45 degrees. So let us look at that. First, we have to construct 60 degrees. So how do we construct 60 degrees? That is more easier. You are going to put your compass at this point, like this. Then you just draw an arc with the same measurement. You put at that point, then you measure that. Automatically it is 60 degrees. Then you can join with your line. You can join the two lines just using a very long line, like that. Then we want to measure 45 degrees from this angle, so we can write here 60 degrees. So 45 degrees, we are going to construct 90 first, then we bisect it into two. So to construct 90 degrees, let me prolong this line because I need to bring up a 90 degrees angle here. So you put at this point, make an arc this side, you make an arc this side. Then you put here, you can decide to prolong the line, no problem. You cut on that, then this side also. Now that one, it is 90 degrees. I'm going to use imaginary line so that it does not confuse the students. That's 90 degrees. So if I bisect this one into two, I'm going to form 45 degrees. So I bisect a line that way. Then here I cut. There, and I also cut this side. So they meet here. If I join this line so they meet with the other one, that one becomes 45 degrees here. Therefore, our point Q at the vertex become the point there. That one is question that's what they wanted to get 4 marks. Then you're told to hence measure line QP. So let us measure QP. QP, I just take my ruler. I can measure it direct. We are having our answer here as 4.4. So you are just going to write here that PQ, it is 4.4 centimeter. Don't worry if you get either a negative or a positive 0.1, which is still correct. Then the next question, you're told a diagonal QS, which is 10 centimeter long, intersect with the diagonal PR at a right angle. So we have another diagonal going downwards, which is going to cut point PR at a right angle. So what do we do that? How to do that? You have to put your point here, drop a perpendicular. So let me just adjust this point so that we can have. How do we drop a perpendicular from a line? You put from this point, you cut the line at the bottom. cut the line at the bottom like that. Then we have here, make an arc. Also this side, make an arc. So if you drop, you realize that this point is going to cut line PR into 90 degrees. Then you are told it is 10 centimeters. So you take 10 centimeters from this point here. Then it is here, or I can measure my 10 centimeters on the ruler. 10 centimeter. Then from the top Q, I make an arc. So this one here becomes our point S, QS. So you are told to complete the quadrilateral. It's just a matter of joining P and S, and also R and S. That is the quadrilateral that they want, and if you look at a good observation, at an aerial view of it, a close-up, you realize that this is a kite of a, and looking to the instruction given, you are told that these lines are diagonals. They are diagonals, and you can confirm yes, P, R, and QS are diagonals. So that is how that question is supposed to be done. Then we look at part C. Remember this basic construction. You can also find more of these questions on loci, that is in Form 4. But generally this is taught in Form 1 under basic constructions. The last, around the second last topic before bearing. You're told to calculate the area of the quadrilateral. I have just given you a hint that this one, it is a kite. So how do we find area of a kite? To find area of a kite, just say area is equals to half the product of diagonals. That is how we find area of a kite. So remember the diagonals, we have 10, which was running from Q to S. So a half times 10 times PR, which we are given as 6. Therefore, the area of this figure is going to take 30 centimeters square. Now, there are very many ways you can find the area of this figure. Other people will opt to use a half base times height, because we have the height. Some will opt to, if you use half base times height, we are going to have half base times height of figure A and figure B. Then you find the sum. Then we have other people who can use a half AB sine theta, where they opt to use the angle given with any of the sides. Remember, if you use half base times height and half AB sine theta, then you are supposed to bring both the two figures together. You have figure A and figure B. But if you use the formula of a kite, is just direct. You say the formula, it is a half the product of diagonals. That's the formula of finding a kite. Half times 10 times 6. And that is how it was supposed to be done. Thank you very much for the people who have been following this paper. This is the last question on 2023. Soon I will be doing another paper. Thank you very much. If you have any question, just write it down on the comment section.